Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Intelligence Lectures. Today we'll be looking at simultaneous equations. So before I get into the video, please subscribe to my channel and hit on the notification bell so that you will get notified every time I upload a new video. So please follow me on Instagram, it's Intelligence, and if you have a problem you can ask me there, or you can just put it in the comment section below so that I can attend to it as soon as I can. So without any waste of time, let me get into the video. So we have to understand something about simultaneous equations. There are two theories, or maybe two techniques, that we have to take into consideration whenever it comes to simultaneous equations. The first one is elimination. The first one is elimination, and the second one is substitution, and the second one is substitution. So we have to take into consideration both of the theories or the techniques of solving x and y simultaneously. So okay, I'm not gonna focus more on elimination because most of you guys don't do it at school, don't do it. So I feel like we should focus more on substitution just to accommodate everyone. But if at school you are using elimination, please just tell me that you need a video on elimination so that I can provide the content. So for now, let me just erase this one since I'm not going to focus more on it. So substitution is where you have to find both y and x simultaneously. So let's just say we have something, it has y in it, being equal to something which has x in it. So what can we do first? Number one, make x or y subject of the formula. Number two, I'm just giving you tips so that you can you know how to tackle these kind of situations. So number two, you simplify the whole equation. And then number three, now after simplifying, you just put everything in order, and then you add those which are addable, and then subtract those which are subtractable. So after everything, just find x or y. I'm just saying find x or y depending on what you chose here. You're just solving everything. Then after that, you find if you chose y, then you find y. If you chose x, then you find x. Then after everything, number four, you substitute the value of x or y that you chose into the first equation. Once you've done this, and then you know that okay, after substituting that, then you simplify everything, you solve it, then you find the second value. What I mean by that, I mean you find the second value. If you chose y, then it means now you're going to find x. If you chose x, now you're going to find y. So without any waste of time, let me just erase everything so that I can find something we can solve here. Because just writing everything down without anything to solve is just a total waste of time. So let me just think of something. Let's just say we have x, let me just say xy equal to 12, and let me just say y equal to x plus 1. Yeah, something like that. So what do we do first? We make sure that we put them in we make sure that we make either x or y the subject of the formula. But in this case, we know that we can see that x y, it's the subject of the formula, so there's no need to put them whatever they do anything. Y is the subject of the formula. So we name these equations. Let me just say one or two. You can say A or B. We name them because we just want to make everything simple for us. We just want to make this work a bit easier. So after doing this, since we found the value of y being x plus 1, then now we can say we can say substitute equation 2 in equation 1. You can say substitute equation 2 into equation 1. So by doing so, we know that, okay, whenever in equation 1, where we see y, we put x plus 1. So it should be x. So now we see y, it's gonna be x plus 1 being 12. You see how simple it is. Whenever we see y, we put x plus 1 because we know that y is equal to x plus 1. Then from there, we simplify. X squared plus x is 12. After simplifying, then now we're gonna just solve everything, and yeah, so now we're gonna have x squared plus x being equal to, let me just say y minus 12 is 0. We are just doing this because we know that whenever a variable, a number, or a coefficient crosses over the equal sign, it changes its sign. So since it was positive, now it's going to be negative. That's what we know. So from here, you can factorize. From here, you can factorize or use the what? Quadratic. You can factorize or use the quadratic formula. So if you consider using the quadratic formula, you might as well just do it. But if you feel like you have to factorizing is it's more simpler, but you never know. So let's just use for this example, let's just use factorization. So we're just gonna have values of, okay, let me just say, when we factorize, we need values of 12. I mean, those values which can get into 12 and leave no remainder. We need all those values to solve this equation over here. I guess I'm clear on that. So what we're gonna do is, since it's like we are just trying to break it into smaller pieces, so x and x, that's what we know. I mean, if you can multiply x and x, you're gonna get x squared. Now we need values of 12 that when we add them or subtract them, we get a positive one. So in my mind, I have 4 and 3. So now we just want to understand, how are we gonna get a positive x? So a positive x, okay, then it means this one, we should minus 3 and 4 should be positive, which means we have to say 4 minus 3. You see, 4x, if you can take this one, multiply this, is going to be 4x. And if you can take this negative 3 and x here, you're going to get minus 3x. So now you can see that you're going to have x, a positive x. Yeah, this is how we just factorize. So from here, you're just going to say x is equal to negative 4, or okay, let me just do it simple. Now you're gonna say x plus 4 is 0, or x minus 3 is 0, which means that x it's gonna jump over the equal sign or crosses over the equal sign, it's gonna be -4, or x is gonna be 3, a +3, since it's gonna come this side. As you can understand, as you can see, this is how we do it. So now we have two values of x. So now we need values of y. I mean, we have a small space here. Let me just erase here. Let me just so from here we have a value of x and a value of y. We can substitute all these values here. Now we can say, I mean, as you're going down, you can say substitute equation. Let's just say, okay, substitute x. Okay, let me write it like this. You can say x equal to -4. Substitute x into equation 2. I'm just saying equation 2 because it looks more easier than equation 1. So from here you can say y is equal to -4 plus 1, which is equal to -4 plus 1. We both know that it's going to be a -3. That's our y. Then you're going to do the same thing and say now x is equal to 3. This is the when you want to find the value of y where x is 3, and then you're going to just say substitute x into equation 2, and you're going to say y is equal to 3 plus 1, which is 4. So now we have both values of x and both values of y. So this is how we do simultaneous equations. Okay, if you don't understand any of the content I am bringing forth, please don't hesitate. Just comment, just follow me on Instagram and just ask a question. I'll be more than happy to assist you, and I hope that this journey will be the journey we all gonna like. So I just want to do a second equation where I will just allow those who didn't really understand, I'll just allow them to understand. I just want to make things a bit interesting, but I don't know if they're gonna be that interesting, or I don't know. Let me just think of something else. Let me just say we have 7. Let me just say 7x plus 6y equal to -9. And second equation, let me just say y equals to -2x plus 1. Let me just say these are the two formulas, two equations that we have, and we know what to do. 1, 2. So we are only doing this because we want to make things easier for us as we go on. So as we all know that this is simple, and we've learned it from intelligence that it is very simple. So okay, what do? We first make y or x the subject of the formula. So now we have y here is the subject of this formula, so which means we now know that y is equal to -2x plus 1. This is our y. So now we're just gonna say substitute equation 2 in equation 1. It means that wherever we see y, you're gonna put this formula here. So therefore we have 7x plus 6y is 2x plus 1. I believe now we understand it. And then equals to negative 9. This is what we know. This is what we know. So from here, now we're gonna say we just simplify everything. 7x plus 6 times 2, it's 12. 12x, and then we know that 6 multiplied by 1 should be 6, equal to negative 9. After this, we know that we just organize everything, we put them in order, we add those which are addable, and then we subtract those which are subtractable. I mean, we just play around with whatever allows us to play around with. So now 12 plus 7, it's 19. It's 19x plus 6. Then we take this 9. Okay, let me just say, okay, we take now, let me just say plus 6 is equal to negative 9. This is what we have. So now we just gonna take this 6 to this other side, because they are like terms. Like terms, we have to group them together. So we're gonna have 19x. We're gonna have 19x equals to negative 9, negative 6. This is what we're gonna have. So from here, we're gonna have 19x being equal to, we know that they are both negative, so when we add them, we're just gonna get a negative answer. So from here, we know that it's gonna be negative 15. I believe you're gonna see my 15. Let me just write it quite well. It's gonna be negative 15. So once we arrive at this point, we know that let me just say, now we know that we're gonna divide by 19. So x is equal to okay, let me just say 19x 19 negative 15 19, so that 19 goes off, and then now we are left with this answer. If you want to simplify it further, you can do that, but at this point I'm not gonna do that. So now once we reach this stage, we know that okay, let me erase this part. If you feel like I'm moving too fast, please just pause the video and then play it over again, so that you can have a clear understanding of how to solve simultaneous equations. So let me just erase this. So from here, you're just gonna say, since we know the value of x, then we just say x is negative 15 over 19. Then after that, we know that if x, then we substitute x into equation 2, because it's the most simplest. If we can substitute it in equation 1, then it means we're gonna have a lot of solving to do. So we're just gonna substitute in equation 2. So we're gonna have y being equal to negative 2. Where we see x, we put this value over here, 15 over 19 plus 1. So from here, I believe you're just gonna solve it. I just don't wanna continue solving it because I don't have a calculator with me, so I don't wanna give you wrong answers. But yeah, from here you're just gonna put this in your calculator, and you arrive at your value of y. So yeah, thank you for your time, and I believe this video has been very productive, and it's gonna help you in future assignments and assessments, as well as tests and exams. So I just believe that you're gonna this video is gonna be beneficial for you. So please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate. You can post it on my Instagram. I will answer it. It's Simultaneous. You can just put it in the comment section below, and I will answer it as well. So please, just don't die on your own. Reach out. So yeah, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time when I upload a new video. And you can put a thumbs up if you like the video, and share it with your friends so that they will also learn, and I will also know that okay, it means my efforts are not in vain. So yeah, thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.